Hey, what is up, guys? It is Ryan here with RW Designs, and I am gonna give a tutorial on how to do this design right here. So I made this last night. I did a live stream. I don't know if anybody saw it, but if you are and you're watching this video, I'm sorry I didn't get to finish. I had stuff to do tonight or last night. Um, but I'm gonna do a whole tutorial on it right now. So I'm gonna come over here. I already cropped out the image, and I put on a skin. And the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to come to image and we're going to go to hue and saturation. We're going to bring the hue down to about 60 and the lightness and darkness to about 55, negative 55. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So I'm going to be going back and forth because I don't really remember a lot of what I did yesterday. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the, I'm going to name this main player, and I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to deselect the top layer. I'm going to go to adjustments, hue and saturation, and I'm going to bring the saturation down to about 50. Alright, that's good enough. And then I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to make a layer mask. Oh, I'm sorry, not on that one. On the top layer, I'm going to make a layer mask. And I'm going to have my brush tool selected with a soft edge brush. Make it a little bit smaller and make sure your color is black. And you're just going to erase the skin and the basketball to give it kind of a less saturated look. And that's going to make your like jersey pop out, and that's going to boost some colors. And yeah, I was saying earlier that I went live with this last night. I'll tell you where I stopped. And I actually like the design. I actually basically got all the way through, but I really like the design overall. It's not going to look exactly the same, but I mean, it's alright, hopefully. And I'm going to come down here, get rid of scan him by his ankles, and got the ball. Now I'm just going to go through and make sure I didn't miss anything. A little bit of spots here. And then what I like to do is kind of fill in the spots that look kind of saturated, but not that much. Like down here a little bit. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So now, look what I did. So I'm going to come. Alright, so I got this effect N. I'm going to go to my, what is this called? I don't know. My documents, wherever it is. I'm going to go to graphics. I have all my stuff organized. And I'm going to find my effect N, where this is, right here. And I'm going to put it on the bottom, below the main player. And I'm going to put, behind him, I'm going to put that on exclusion. So that'll give that kind of a brief little grungy look. Now I'm going to come back up here. I have my CCs now. I will show you them right now. I have my black and white gradient map, which I'm going to drag and drop into here. I'm going to put it above. And that one is going to be on 100, on luminosity. And then we're going to have another gradient map. This one is also black and white. It's going to be lighter color at 45. Or 48, my bad. And so you're going to see a little bit of a pop out there, the skin tone. And we're going to... What the heck? Hey! 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 Knock it out! Knock it off! Alright. Excuse my crazy dog. So, now we're going to go here. Color lookup is going to be on drop blues at 100. And that is going to give it a little bit of a... I don't know how to describe it, but... And then we're going to come here. We're going to put a green photo filter. And it's going to give it a green Milwaukee looking look. And then hue and saturation is just I just made it a little bit darker. See, not much, but a little bit. And then we're gonna come to this CC layer I bought. And it's gonna give a dark look right here, and that looks pretty good as it is. So I got my CCs. I can group them. I didn't do it last time, but I'll do it now. CCs. I might release this PSD. I'm not sure, but leave in the comments if you want it. Alright. So next thing we're gonna do is we are going to start putting in the grunges. So the first grunge we're gonna get is hold on, let me find it. It's called Grungeos. I don't know why it's called that. Maybe it's just a file type. Who knows? Did not call it that. That wasn't me. I'm gonna put that on exclusion, and that's gonna give it a grungy look. And I'm gonna put it on about 70 fill or opacity. It doesn't really matter what you use. All right. So now I'm going to bring this over, and this is kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, but it gives, I don't know if you can tell. I'll zoom in a little bit. It gives those lines to just make it a little more grungy looking. And I mean, I like it personally. Alright, and the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go back to our Explorer tab, or I don't know what the hell it's called. Don't give me crap for it in the comments. We are going to put this grunge at, again, it's just adding grunge layers. I mean, not that difficult. And we're going to leave that like that. We might lower the fill a little bit to about 75. Alright, that looks good. Then we're going to come dark grunge. Let me find it again. You're going to put this on exclusion. That's another hint. Putting grunges on exclusion look very good. I don't know why. They just turn out to be looking really good. I have no idea. And then we have a few more grunges here and there. It's this one right here. This one doesn't really matter what you put it on, but I'm going to go back and look what I did for this just to make it look very similar. I did linear dodge add, and I lowered the opacity or fill to about 30. So again, it's coming along well. It's looking very similar to what it is. And then I think, alright, so two more grunges. We have, this one is probably my favorite grunge right here, grunge 2. It doesn't seem like it does a lot, but in retrospect, it makes it look really good. Put a screen on it. This one you can really do anything. I don't know if you can tell. It does a little bit, but I like it. And then the last thing, we're gonna come here and let me find it again. Monk 7 Mad, whatever the hell it's called. I really don't know. Gonna crop out that watermark. Let's bring it down. And then put that on screen. Yep. And then it'll give it a little bit of a pop out. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. And then the last thing, grunging look, what I would do is just go back and put a vignette on it, or vignette, whatever you want to call it. And again, that's just gonna make it pop, make the edges come out a little bit. Just easy design tips to hint at that I use in all my designs, or most of them at least. I try to make it look even just by looking at it. Try to do the best I can, and see, it just makes it look, I might lower the fill a little bit so it doesn't stand out a whole lot. Alright, and so another thing we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer on top of this, and we are going to take a brush, we're going to make it, the edges soft, we're going to make it very big. We're going to just have the edge of the circle and bring down the opacity to about 45, and that'll make Um, I'll bring it down just a little more. It just puts a light effect on it. Nothing much. I'm just looking what else I did. Alright, another thing you can do is you're going to go right below the grunges, right above the player, and you're going to bring your brush down a little bit, and you're going to see like the parts of the scanner, parts of the jersey that are kind of light, and you're going to give those a little bit of an extra light boost by coloring around the edges, making it look pretty good. And you're going to put that on divide. And you see, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if it did anything. I really don't know. Alright, whatever. Hold on, I'm just looking what everything is right now. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do is, again, to make it make the shadows pop out a little bit, we are going to get a darker looking color, not black, but darker color. Come around here and just kind of shade in all the parts that you think are shadows on the image. And again, that'll give it an extra boost. And it'll make the design look a lot better. And you'll lower the opacity on that. You'll zoom out first. You lower the opacity just to make the boost a little bit extra. What else did I do? Alright, and then another thing that I just learned from someone was to take a shadow effect and just go along the places that look bigger shadows and just put an extra shadow boost on it. Makes it look pretty good. What else? There's a few more things to do. Alright, and then, hold on. Alright, and then probably one of the last things we're going to do here is make the edges toned. So what I mean by that is we're going to take the darker spots, we're going to put them on overlay, and see how it makes it kind of like a burning area. We're going to lower the opacity to about 50. Yeah, perfect. And that's good. I don't know what that's doing. Whatever, I don't know what that's doing. Okay. And then the last thing to do, you don't need text. I'm not going to introduce that. If you want to have text, you can. And then I just put a little smoke effect here at the bottom. Put on screen. Lower the opacity a little bit. And actually, one more thing I did was make another layer. Come down here. Just do that. And we're just going to put a shadow on the feet. Just make it boost a little bit. And that's all. Looks pretty similar. You can have those paint brushes, but I don't really like it that much. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, and peace out. I'll try to get some more videos out. Yeah, leave some comments, likes. Here we go.